How was your weekend there, Ant?
Oh, good. I spent most of it making my first video podcast.
Oh, no.
Which will be up later. Later today. I was editing it.
What's the podcast all
about? Well, it's sort of a thing. I was kind of looking for some kind of outlet there, so I did it from my office. It's just Anthony's office. And I'm kind of sitting there in a very comfy chair with my kind of TV console wood thing behind me. It looks very, very classy look to it.
Do you have a Christmas sweater on?
No Christmas sweater. But the TV being there is good because I could superimpose stuff on the TV as I talk about it. And my first one went on for like 20 minutes. I didn't know I had so much in me about this subject, but it was home security and home invasion. And prevention of and how and you know, I talk about it a lot here on the show, but this is unencumbered by people calling me crazy. So, but as I watched it, I realized I look crazier than ever.
Oh boy, do you!
Wait, do you have a video camera hooked up, or do you use it with like one of the Pal Talk cameras?
Oh no, I have a video. I have a very, very good video camera. It's all in widescreen. It looks very nice. I have lighting and everything. It looks very nice. But I sound like a stark raving lunatic, going off, and I show off some of the hardware that I keep around the house and talk about it a little bit, and then on the TV I'm able to kind of superimpose things on there that are pertinent to what I'm talking about.
He produced his own show. You produced like a television show.
Yes, I did.
Well, that's good.
It's like one of those Metro Channel, like one of those, what are they called?
That's exactly it.
Public access. You know, public
my
access.
public access.
Jimmy, let's not complain, though. That's very productive, Anthony. Very good.
I just decided I would do that and pop it online and see what happens. But I got to get online later. I was just finishing editing last night.
I was going to be stupid enough to say at least you weren't heavy drinking all weekend, but I'm sure you were doing that. But at least you were being productive by making your own TV show.
Actually, during the
Instead of driving fast in sports cars and going down to casinos.
Well, it was snowing, and I couldn't
I'm sure
drive
you had
fast.
Bud Lights.
No, actually, the sponsor of this podcast was none other than Captain Morgan.
Oh, good. Did you paint a funny mustache on yourself instead of red? It's short and black and right under your nose.
Yeah, exactly.
The captain was here.
Now, someone, Fast Freddy, not someone, he's a faithful listener to the show. He writes podcasts are for queers.
Well, most of them are. I'll agree with you. Most are.
But see, when you're a popular shock jock,
right,
people are going to see this podcast.
It ties in with the show. I bring up, the fact that with the Opie and Anthony show, of course, put our little pictures up there. And talk about the show and how you guys goof on me about the subject of home invasion and security and things like that. And then I go off talking about it as I sit loading up one of my clips.
Oh, that rocks.
It's very disturbing to watch.
When do we get to see it? And
that is going up tonight, right when I get home.
Where?
I'm putting it on YouTube, Break. I'll just put it everywhere. Screw it.
How many minutes is it?
It's long. That's just it. I got to edit it down a little bit.
Do it in different parts, man.
I could do it in different parts.
See, long videos don't go viral, man.
I know. That's why I got to
go short.
I got to find some good out points. Maybe do it in 3 parts or something.
Yeah, if it's 15 minutes, whatever. Maybe either 4 4-minute ones, like close to 16 minutes, or 3.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Yeah,
but it runs by pretty quick. It's pretty smooth, and I think there's some humor in it.
You gotta do it in sections, and at the end of each section, it has to have a tease for the next part.
Right.
And then you're going to be...
Here's what's coming up.
You're going to be a video star.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, speaking of which, yes, Jim?
Podcast, man, it's like if you could put a decent one up, it's amazing. You put something on the web and just 5 million people can check it out.
Yeah, that's just it. And, it plugs the show. So
Patrice's podcasts are pretty good.
Those are really funny.
We were checking those out the other day.
What is he does them with Dante and is it like a production?
They look like a professional...
They look very good.
Production.
So a podcast, I was looking at this. I know Mac has a thing where you can they make it fairly simple to do a podcast, and it's kind of like your own little TV show, man.
I use my Mac to do all the editing and stuff. It's amazing. And the camera itself is so cool. I got a hard drive on the camera. So now I don't have to use tape and in real time transfer the tape over to the thing. I pop the hard drive off, pop it into the computer, and drag and drop the whole file I just shot right onto the computer and start editing.
Wow.
No real time crap. It's so much faster.
Can I make a cameo in one of your video podcasts?
Absolutely. I was thinking we should do what we had spoken about.
Yeah.
Which is a good promotion for the show, and
okay,
you know, and that it could look very cool. We could set it up looking very funny, and people would be captivated by what's on the table.
Should we? I said, wow. Do we do it before we leave for vacation?
Yeah, I think we should.
So we have to start producing.
We have to. The first thing we got to do is actually come up with the logistics of the thing itself.
Gotcha.
So that way we can we know where we're going.
Yeah.
But the first thing could be a good teaser. We could do a teaser without putting out any information, and then think of that later.
I'm
being sneaky.
And I got a great idea.
Yeah.
We have a great idea.
Oh, it's a biggie.
It is a biggie.
A biggie.
That's all we can say right now. It's a biggie.
Are you going to be nude?
Oh, it's a biggie.
Nude.
Hey, speaking of Ant's home invasion stuff, Intern Tony made this last week, so this is a great segue. Let's take a listen to Tony's work, the intern here.
Today, we are talking to people who say they're the ones who are being treated like criminals. They say their stories are cases of self-defense, but the system is treating them like cold-blooded killers.
The average citizen is a victim and an idiot.
We're going to talk to a man who says to have a deadly weapon to defend yourself.
I have lights on my guns. I have holographic sights. I have more guns in the closet.
How about that? How else are you supposed to stop somebody dead in their tracks?
I will have the element of surprise. No one can enter my bedroom when I am at this cover point. I have full cover.
If your life is on the line, what do?
Pile the bodies up at the door. Once it passes my doorway, to the death.
Do you have a gun? Do you have a knife? Do you have all that stuff around?
What are you, crazy? Why would I want to get into a knife fight with somebody? Your victim's waiting to happen.
Defend yourself.
Been a lovely effing war.
Not bad. That's Tony the intern putting that together. Let's say hi to Heather on Long Island.
Heather.
Heather, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, man.
I just wanted to tell Anthony that I agree with him 100% with his whole plan for a home invasion, because I was involved in a home invasion in 2003 where my boyfriend was killed.
Are you kidding me?
Hold on. Slow down.
Oh, no.
That sucks. What happened?
Oh, no.
Yeah, these guys, two masked men came in with guns, and they were demanding drugs and money and the whole 9 yards, which we didn't have. And we kept telling them that we didn't have anything there, and, you know, they were very determined, you know, and they ended up taking me into another room, and I got up to run out because I thought the one guy was going to end up raping me, and he hit me with the gun. I fell on the floor. He started beating the crap out of me, and my boyfriend got up and ran at him to try to protect me, and they shot and killed him. And I just want to say that exactly how you said, when these things happen, that you think in your head, if only I had a gun, and that's exactly what I've been thinking for 4 years. So I just want to tell you that you're right.
Well, let me ask you now, did you know the guys?
No, we didn't, actually. We went to trial a year and a half later, so for a year and a half I had no idea why they were in the house. And it turns out that they had some kind of misinformation. They had they had the right house, but they had the wrong people living in there. So
Wait, what do you mean? Hold on. What do you mean they had the right house but the wrong people? The people that
they had some kind of misinformation from I don't know who, that two different people, it was my boyfriend and his roommate, that two different people lived in the house. So they were staking out the house, you know, trying to figure out what times we got home, what times, you know, people weren't there, and they wanted to get us when we were there because they thought there was some kind of hidden drugs and a safe in the house and all this stuff that wasn't there. They got $40 off my boyfriend's dresser and his chain. You know, that was it.
How did they get in?
I have no idea. To this day, I have no idea. I mean, my boyfriend had a problem with not locking the doors, and I always tried to make sure I did it, but I'm thinking that they came in before we got home and just were hiding somewhere. I'm not 100% sure.
That's a bad one.
So,
wow.
But I just wanted, like I said, I just wanted to tell you that you're 100% right, because this stuff happens to innocent people all the time, and to be prepared is definitely a good idea.
So after you shot, he got shot, did those guys just run out of the house?
Yeah, as soon as, because I ended up where the guy hit me in the face with the gun. I was knocked unconscious for a little while, and I heard gunshots, but it sounded real far away. And when I lifted my head up, the guys were gone, and my boyfriend, was holding his chest, bleeding, and, we called the ambulance, his roommate and I, and, he was alive for a little bit, but,
Wow.
he didn't make it.
What happened to the guys? They in jail?
The one guy who killed him is in jail for life, and the other guy pled guilty to murder in the second degree. He testified against the guy who shot him, and he got 17 to life.
Did they ever apologize for it? In
No,
trial?
actually, the guy who did it, we went to trial, and the whole time he pled innocence. He used to smirk at us, look back, and smile, and he was a real dirtbag. And and up until the day he was sentenced, the judge, asked him, "Do you have anything to say for yourself?" And he said, "Oh no, just that I'm innocent." He pled innocence the whole time. He had no remorse at all.
All right, good. Well, for the rest of his life, he'll be face down with another man behind him.
Can only hope.
I'm hoping so.
Well, that's the only, or he'll be behind another man. Either way, he's not actually going to live a good life.
Yeah, a good life, but the fact that he's still breathing and alive and doing whatever he's doing is still bothersome. But I'm very fortunate that he was caught and everything.
Well, this brings up an interesting question. What do you think of the death penalty?
I actually wasn't sure up until this point in my life after this happened. I personally would like to administer it on this guy, obviously, but at this point I think that, my boyfriend is not able to live, breathe, play cards, watch TV, work out, whatever they do in jail, and this guy is. So,
okay.
I absolutely 100% agree with it now.
At the very least, it should be up to the victim's family, man.
Yeah.
If they want the death penalty or not. At the very least.
Yeah, I agree with you. The judge had said, too, he said if I could give this to you, I would. He was got very emotional about it, the judge. It was his last case. He was retiring, and, he was disgusted with the guy as well, and then the fact that he did show no remorse. And, I'm a little grateful to the other guy for testifying against him, except I feel like he did it more for himself.
No, of course.
Of course he did. But either way, it doesn't matter why.
I'm so glad it worked out that way because I think it helped a lot, the case. I see a lot of murderers. They don't get life in jail. I read about a lot of cases that are unsolved. So I'm grateful for the way it turned out, I guess, in a bad situation.
Did you move on and find a new boyfriend? Did it take you a while?
I moved on. It affects me, of course, in certain ways. But yeah, I moved on. I'm a young girl. I had no choice. I was 22 when it happened. He was 23. You can't stop your life. But
I always wonder when something like that happens, because obviously, the new guy you're dating knows what happened, and does the new guy get threatened when you're kind of grieving or missing your old boyfriend, at a holiday or something?
It's funny that you asked that. It depends on the guy. I've dated a few, and some guys are very, very threatened by it because they feel that they're never going to compare to this guy, that, he saved your life, and how will I ever compare to him? And, it takes a special guy to understand, the situation. I don't miss my boyfriend in the romantic sense anymore. I miss him as a person. I wish he was alive so he could have the things I have now, and continue his life the way I can, and think it's a shame what happened. And but some guys respect me for it and feel that, wow, you went through this hard time and you're strong and, you didn't turn to drugs and you didn't just stop your life. And, some people respect me for it. Some guys feel threatened by it. So, the longer that time goes on, I guess the easier it is for guys to accept because it wasn't so recent,
Wow. Your story just gave me chills, man.
Yeah,
just chills.
Jeez. So do you own a gun?
I don't know, but I absolutely, when I have a house, and, I'm absolutely going to. And hopefully I can have a plan, as good as Anthony's.
Just have a plan.
There was
Think about it.
There was another home invasion over the weekend on Long Island.
I know. Long Island's just a mecca of home invasions.
I was wondering about that because we're being heard in Boston on BCN, obviously. I wonder if it happens as much in Boston as it does on Long Island. It just seems like it happens all the time.
All the time.
We kind of make fun of it a little bit because Anthony's gun obsession and all that. But the reality is, I think we said way more than one a week. It has to be more than one a week.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Has to be more than one a week. Home invasions on Long Island.
I don't even watch the news anymore. Since it happened, I don't watch the news. I don't want to do with it.
I guess.
Man, I don't know what's going on here in New York, but yesterday's Sunday paper was just death and destruction. Page after page after page after page.
A couple of guys got shot because some guy in a bar took his drink. Is that what? That is probably the most senseless thing you could do. Hey, that's my drink. Let me shoot you.
Right.
Oh, God.
All right.
Unbelievable.
It's a little too common.
Yeah. All right, Heather.
Heather, thanks for giving us.
Go get yourself a nice shotgun for your house.
I plan on it.
Yeah.
Thanks for a little taste of reality today, Heather.
All right, no problem, guys.
Hang in there, all right?
All right, thanks.
All right, there's Heather on Long Island, and we'll be back. It's Opie and Anthony.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Good morning. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Let's not forget about little Jimmy Norton's New Year's Eve show.
Yeah, it's thanks, man. It's 8 o'clock at North Fork Theater in Westbury, Long Island. It's the old Westbury Music Fair. Tickets on sale now. Ticketmaster or the box office is 516-334-0800. That's New Year's Eve.
I'll be there.
I'm very happy you're coming.
That's how I'm spending New Year's Eve with Jeannie.
I think I'm going to be there too, Jimmy.
Oh, really?
I think
Nice.
so.
Oh, good, man. We got to find something to do after. Just do something fun.
F.H. Riley's in the heart of Huntington Village. Shut up, Tom.
I would actually go
Been
there.
a while.
I had cheesecake there.
Yeah.
And that was very delicious.
That's my sister's cheesecake. We're trying to get a cheesecake business going with my sister. Yeah. She's actually a great baker. F.H. Riley's is my brother's joint in Huntington Village. All right, hey, I knew this was coming in.
Oh, no.
The other side of the argument happens every effing time. You can't just let Heather have her little story and her opinion about the death penalty. You have to have someone jumping to their phone to give the other side. Go ahead, Derek.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey,
Hello?
man.
Hey, I just wanted to comment on the death penalty
Yeah.
Yeah.
that you guys are talking about. Way worse, man, to stay in jail. Never let the inmates take care of them.
They don't.
Absolutely.
But they don't
Yeah,
take
they
care
don't.
of them. We've talked to guys that have been in the joint, and they go, you know what? After a while, it becomes your life. It's really
becomes
not
your
that
life.
bad.
Dude, if
yeah,
the
right. After a while, at first though, they would just torture them, and you know what I
no,
mean?
they
It's
do.
like,
No,
Derek,
they don't, though.
They don't torture you. They don't. The guys who shot Malcolm X got out of jail, or the two of the guys that were accused apparently weren't involved. They didn't get killed in jail. If they didn't get killed in jail, some guy shooting somebody in a home invasion is not going to be killed in jail for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but who cares if they get killed? They're still going to get tortured. They're going to get raped.
No,
All
they're
that
not.
stuff.
No, they're not. It doesn't really happen like that, especially.
Everyone likes to think that prison's just like you see it in movies and that HBO show there. I forgot.
Oz.
Oz, thank you.
You know what it is? It's a day-to-day life in an institution, regardless that it's prison, but these guys become used to what they do. They have a job. They have friends. They laugh. They're able to talk with people, do activities. It just becomes what your life is. Instead of being free, where you're on the outside going to work and talking with friends and living your life, you're in prison in a restricted atmosphere, which, you know, that's supposed to be the punishment part of it. But the truth of the matter is you're living your life. You don't wake up every day going, oh, I'm in prison, I'm in prison. You do what you got to do.
You don't think those people wake up every day thinking, wow, I can't believe I'm here.
Maybe it
Nope.
sucks, dude.
Nope.
You know who wakes up? Because they're thugs, most of these guys.
Right.
You know who wakes up thinking that? Bankers. When bankers
Yeah.
go to jail,
Now that's
those guys have it rough. Those guys get tortured. But thugs, man, guys that are doing home invasions and shooting people, chances are they've been doing crap like that for years, and they're savage guys, and they can handle jail because they know half the people there.
Yeah.
They know the mentality. They're comfortable with
and their life on the outside wasn't much better.
Yeah, it's been our experience talking to a lot of guys that have been in the joint that it's not that bad.
Yep.
Yeah, but
really not that bad after a
people
while.
that have been there, and they say it has happened to everybody. Just about everybody that goes in there, it happens to them. I've never been myself, but this stuff does happen, whether you guys like to admit it or not. The people that I talk to that have been in federal prison and state prison, it happens. They,
It's not the
people
dude.
walk out of there, even the ones that aren't in there for life.
All right,
walk out of there with a loose screw in their head.
All right, Derek, hold on the line for a second. We got Mike that wants to talk to you. Mike, you're on with Derek from Massachusetts.
What's up, Alan?
Hey.
What up, dude?
These people don't understand until one of their loved ones gets killed, okay? Then they don't want the death penalty. Then they don't want to put a bullet in their head. I would put a bullet. Then I feel so bad for her. I wish they would give her an AK-47 and as many rounds as she needs. Don't kill them. Just keep shooting them until you're satisfied.
Absolutely, I hear you. All right, let me ask you this. If Osama bin Laden got caught, right, and he went to jail, would you want him to get the death penalty?
Dead!
Absolutely not. Not only would the corrections officers take care of him, but those inmates would absolutely take care of him.
Dude, you're wrong. You're wrong. The Ramsey guy, Ramsey Youssef, I think the guy that bombed the Trade Center in '93 is alive.
Yeah.
These guys live in jail. Or that Sheikh Rahman, or hold on, dude. That Sheikh Rahman, the blonde guy, whatever, who's Lynn Stewart's his lawyer, he was sending messages to his followers through that disgusting pig lawyer of his.
Yeah, why isn't he dead?
So he was living and thriving in jail.
You know, Scott Peterson, when he went to jail, he tried talking to people and everything. They had to put him in PC for protective custody.
Because he killed his pregnant wife.
There's a difference,
I guess you're right, yeah.
There's a difference.
Hold on, we got a guy that just got out. He did 7 years. Pete from Long Island, you're on with Derek. What's up, Pete?
Yeah, listen, all right? Guys who come up north that are in that state of mind or things like that, when you get into the cage and the COs see the paperwork and they know what you came up for, they turn their back. All right, they let you in the cage and so and I guarantee you, guys have gone back to their blocks lumped up like you've never seen before in your life.
Yeah, I'm sure you're right. I knew a guy who was a CO on Rikers, and he was like a captain of the guards at one point. And there's brutality, but a lot of these guys that go there are brutal guys themselves.
Yeah, they're probably getting thrown beatings on the outside too,
and they give beatings
and giving beatings. Yeah,
when you get inside, it doesn't matter. Once they put that tag on you, and you're known throughout the jail as a rapist, a baby killer, anything like that.
All right, yes, we understand.
No, actual crimes.
Hold on, Pete. I understand that. Hold on, Pete. I understand that. I got to ask you a question. Did you hear Heather's story about 15 minutes ago?
No, actually, guys, I just turned you on. I'm on my way.
All right, listen to me. So the guy, it's a home invasion. The one guy was going to rape this girl. The boyfriend started running to protect her. He gets shot and killed. What happens to a guy like that in prison?
He's done.
No, he's not. No,
Why is he done?
You're wrong.
Why is he done when
he wasn't?
If he's a white guy,
Dude.
If he's a white guy, he's going to have to join the Muslims. If he's a white guy, that's the only way that he'll have any protection.
He'll join the Aryans. And first of all, we didn't know if it was a rape.
The Aryans ain't shit.
Dude,
the Aryans aren't anything,
dude,
bro.
hold on.
Hey, even the hint of a rape, man, he's over. It's over. That guy is screwed. I didn't even hear that.
You are both deluded idealists and deluded. I know you did time and I didn't. I'm telling you, it wasn't like he was raping her. It was a home invasion. They were looking for drugs. She went to run. He grabbed her and he was hitting her. She thought she might be getting raped. That's why she ran. It wasn't like he was in the middle of raping her. I'm telling you, unless the guy is weak, but if he's a strong guy, he's going to do fine in jail. He killed someone during a robbery.
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter how big they are because they gang up on you. It does not matter.
The guy doesn't
Okay,
understand.
you're right. That's your excuse for the death penalty. The man's going to get beaten up forever because gangs and stuff, they kill each other all the time.
Right.
There's people in gang shootings that spray bullets that kill innocent children. They're not getting raped every 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It comes with that lifestyle.
Guys, it's not about getting raped, all right? Listen, prison isn't about everybody trying to stick there, you know what, and you know where.
Okay.
But we do have a little bit of a code that we live by, all right? Baby rape is...
Yes.
We know.
Yes.
We're agreeing with that, dummy.
We're
But if some guy shoots another guy during a home invasion, they don't care in prison. They're not going to be like, wow, we shot a guy during a home invasion. Let's punch him in the face and kick his ass.
Let's get him in the shower.
It's not going to happen. He's just going to be another guy in there for murder.
Right.
Stabbed with the shanks, the metal picks they have, and everything.
So you're against the death penalty. Why don't you just say this? You're against the death penalty, and you're trying to justify why you're against the death penalty. Like, you're going to over-argue the prison thing.
I'm not against the death penalty.
Okay.
I just think it's a lot worse to be in jail for the rest of your life.
For me and you, yeah, dude.
To have
Yeah.
the 30
Right.
seconds of lethal injection in your blood system.
You know what?
It's
though?
the whole lead up.
And it's up to the family, too. And the family knows that you're no longer speaking to any of your relatives. The family knows you're gone.
I'd imagine the family's a lot happier knowing this person is off the earth and they don't have to wonder what he's doing in prison at that very moment.
Oh, I understand that, but they need to think of it. It is a lot worse to sit there and think about what you did. You don't think some of these people that are in prison think about what they did?
Maybe some.
Some do, some don't, dude.
But the first time, like,
Who cares if they do?
someone's in prison and you know they're enjoying something, that's got to drive you nuts.
Who cares if they think about what they did? That's not an issue. The bottom line is there are some people that behave like roaches and they should be stepped on. And when you break into someone else's house and beat their girlfriend with the butt of a gun and shoot them, you deserve to be killed by the state.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. I agree. It's either or, but
All right,
I
Jerry.
just think it's worse. I'll
right.
talk to you guys. Hey,
right,
let's
man.
give a shout out to Mark Stiles, man. I'll see you at work.
All right, thank you, Jerry.
See you at work, Mark.
It goes down to a shout-out. Comes down to a shout-out.
A shout out.
Look, another call from the Carolinas, South Carolina today. Jeremy, what's up?
Hey.
What's going on, guys? I was just calling in to respond to that guy. That's a lie. I mean, most time in prison, I've been working there now about 2.5 years in a North Carolina correctional facility. I mean, most of the child rapists and everything, they walk around just fine. And I mean, you got people's family out there they killed. It's wrong. They really need to implement the death penalty because to house an inmate, it costs more than we get paid a year.
I like the way you talk, too.
Poor little feller.
You just a boy. You shouldn't be in prison.
It's a bit loud.
Thank you, Jeremy. Wow, that got the phones
Loud.
Potted meat.
Spotted meat.
Tony, Michigan, what's up?
Hey, boys, we keep it real on this show, right?
We tried it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I appreciate you guys for that, and I got to throw myself under the bus. Man, I went to jail as a young guy, about 21 years old, young, good-looking guy, for a crime against a child. It wasn't anything sexual or anything like that, but a kid got hurt. I was supposed to have been watching. Dude, nothing happened.
Whoa. Hold on. Let's slow down. What happened to the kid that you were supposed to prevent?
Well,
We don't know you.
my girlfriend's kid got burned in a tub with water.
Uh-oh.
Did you do it?
No, I didn't do it, man.
Well, you didn't do it. How did it happen?
How'd that happen?
All right, you know those cheap, flimsy hoses that you buy that you throw up where the shower head's supposed to be?
Yeah.
Cost like $2, and this was back. I'm 39 now, same age as Lil Jim, but I was 21. No, I was 19 at the time. I didn't go to jail till I was 21, so it cost probably $2. Anyway, he went in there and he turned the water on, and the thing popped off, and he got second-degree burns on his body.
How come they didn't punish Rain Man for that? And what I want to know is, how did you go to jail for it? They thought you were punishing the child?
Well, it was in Virginia, white girl, white kid, blonde hair, blue eyes, black guy. I don't know if that matters or anything, but it was just...
Well, did she want you prosecuted?
No. She went to jail in my jail. She went to court in my defense. I'm getting all nervous now, and I've called the show before.
Oh. So you went to jail. What'd they say, that you abused the kid?
Exactly. Well, they kept trying to get me to cop to it, and after they couldn't pin anything on me, I pled no contest to willful neglect, which pretty much meant I was supposed to have been watching them, and I wasn't.
Right.
Okay.
But dude, I really was a halfway decent-looking kid, and I was young, and there was a crime against a kid, and they say if you go to jail for something against a woman or a kid, that's your butt. Well, none of that happened.
How long did you do?
I was in there about a week. I think I was supposed to have done 14 days.
Dude, a week. Hold on.
All right, listen.
We're talking about prison. You were probably in a minimum security institution. You weren't in a maximum security federal institution where they know you raped a child. You were just a bad babysitter.
Yeah. You did a weekend in county, man. Get off our phone.
Dude, no one gets raped after a week.
Phones.
Believe me, my ass, if you saw it, it's not even gay to want my ass. It's so soft and supple. I would do okay for a week.
Freaking guy did a long weekend in county and then maybe had to pick up some garbage on the side of the road for a few hours. Get off our show.
Him and Boy George cleaning up garbage together on the side of the West Side Highway.
He made it sound like he would have been a star in Oz or something.
Yeah.
What the hell, bro?
He's a good-looking guy.
A good-looking guy when I went in for the weekend, and by the time I came out Monday afternoon, I aged 10 years. Here's Lewis in New York. Lewis, what's up?
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
I love the show.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, listen, man. Those guys that called up before, they're saying that they're like, oh, you know, they're going to get raped, they're going to get this, they're going to get that. You know, my father, all right, no names, I'm not thinking of no names. He's one of the head leaders from Lion Kings. He's living like a king. No one can touch him. No one can do anything to him. I got locked up in upstate New York because, you know, my name came out to be in the records, you know, as his son. You know, I did like, you know, half a year, 6 months, and then I was out. You know, I was in juvies, in and out of Jews just because of it. You know, I visit my father, and, man, he's in there, not even wearing uniform. He doesn't even wear uniform. All righty?
Well, the gangs, I think,
money.
gang guys like that are kind of like mob guys in the sense that, I mean, they're obviously, there's money being probably handed to guards and stuff like that, and they'll look the other way. I mean, you give them enough money.
More importantly, Lewis,
Yes, sir.
Do the Latin Kings find us funny? Oh, please, 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 please. Find us funny. All right, Louis, thank you.
No problem, boss.
By the way, look at all the people that are calling that used to be in jail. Could you guys chill out, man? Madison Avenue is listening right now. This is not good for our.
No.
I know. It's like the new advertisers for the O&A show are going to be like,
oh, good. Nice demo they got.
Yeah, exactly. Locked underwear, just things that can't be torn down in a violent assault.
God, we talk about politics and there's crickets on the phones, but look at this. Look at this. You want a few more of these or
Yeah,
what?
I love these guys.
All right, let's go to Sing Sing. Joe did 6 years.
Sing.
Well, Joe did 6 years in Sing Sing. It's Joe from Long Island. Joe.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
What was your crime, Joe?
Hey, before you tell the crime, is there like a prison pride? Do you have like prison pride? Like, wow, I was in Sing Sing. That's kind of a name prison that everyone knows.
No, not really. I'm not too proud of what I did.
Well, prison you're in.
No, but I'm just thinking if you have to go to jail, you want to be drafted by the biggies.
Yeah, the big leagues.
Like Rikers, Sing Sing.
Sing Sing. Attica. Something like that. You don't want to go to some institution no one's ever heard of.
Montgomery County Jail.
I got
some dumb one. Right.
It was a federal charge.
Huh?
I got a state pen because it was a federal charge. But just real quick, I wanted to call in regards to that guy that was saying about the Aryan race, that they're nothing in the jails.
Right. Yeah.
They're actually the smallest group, but they control the drug trade. That's why they're the most powerful.
Mm.
Yeah, there's Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I just want to let you guys know I'm actually going to work, guys. I got to get out.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Let's go to John in Boston listening on BCN. John, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Hey, that guy, I hope he didn't leave his real friggin' name talking about that.
Which guy?
The guy who was just talking about the AB. The Aryan Brotherhood.
Well, this guy who just called you said that they're small, but they're a pretty powerful group.
Well, yeah, I don't even want to talk about them, if that's all right. But I think
why? They're like any other group. Why wouldn't you talk about them? They're not as long as you're not trashing them.
Yeah, but you still don't want to, it's kind of like dry snitching,
Dude, we talk about every group in here. We talk about the mob. Why not talk about them? We talk about, nice groups.
Yeah. We don't, bash them.
Yeah.
Everyone's got a right to do whatever you want.
Believe me, I'm a white guy. If I go to jail, I'm going to be Aryan Jim because the blacks won't have me, and I don't want to hook up with the Latins because I don't speak Spanish. They'd probably be making fun of me and trashing me and planning on raping me, and I wouldn't understand a word of it. I'd be like, we playing cards tonight, boys? Face down on the pillow.
Yeah, Jimmy, you should probably kill yourself first.
I probably would, sir. I was kind of sorry, just trying to be humorous. But go right ahead with your serious tone. Go ahead.
Go ahead, John.
So I didn't mean to interject a little humor into the comedy show. Go right ahead, sir.
Yeah, I was saying, even bums in the wintertime, they go to jail just to get out of the cold and get 3 square meals a day. It's not that bad once you get in there. I mean, it sucks on your family and everything.
Not that bad.
It's not that bad. You can get used to it. Some of those guys, they know they're
People
going
get
back
used to anything, is what it is. They get used to it. They're in there. It's their life.
People get used to
rather have them die. And everybody's so brave when it's not you being strapped to a gurney and having that juice put in your arm. Maybe for that, minute that you're falling asleep, it's not that bad. But for the years and then months and then weeks and days leading up to the fact that you are going to be put to death, that's got to be pretty torturous to somebody. And when it comes time to get that fluid pumped into you, that's beautiful. Good. And then the end result, they're gone. They're not on the face of the earth anymore. I love it. Love the death penalty.
All right. Thank you, sir. Let's go to Mark in Indiana. Mark, what's up?
Hey, guys. I was a sergeant in the state prison in Indiana for about 5 years. For the last 2 years, I ran the maximum security unit in there. And let me tell you, these guys, I don't care what anybody says. If they go to prison, they've got it made. It's a cakewalk for them anymore. They've got everything given to them.
Mm-hmm.
So the death penalty is the only way to go for a lot of these guys, man. We're supporting way too many of them.
That's it. Exactly.
All right, and one more, and then we'll.
There are guys that are heroes in there for what they did.
Let's go to Ohio. Paul, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I've been to prison in 3 states. Now, I think y'all both are wrong. Both sides are wrong. First of all, you are right about, a murder. Nothing's going to happen to him. Matter of fact, child molesters, nothing's going to happen to him. That sergeant just spoke is totally right. everybody's taken care of, everybody's protected. If you have an out date, a day you're planning on paroling, you don't want to beat up some child molester or some murderer, whatever, and get a new case more time.
Well, it's
on the other side of it, I've been in prison 3 times, 3 states. As long as I have an out date, I have something to look forward to. I have a day to go home. If I was told I was going to do life in prison, I would rather die. The loneliness is just such a killer unless you know there's a time you're coming home.
Well, my girlfriend and I went to Alcatraz when I was out in San Francisco, and obviously an outdated.
You went?
Yeah.
How cool is that?
It was really great.
Thank you, Paul.
We see the jail cells, and they were claustrophobically small. I mean, obviously you're in Alcatraz, you're in a cell alone, which I would prefer.
Sure.
So, I'd much rather be in a cell alone.
Don't worry about that every night.
Did you take the audio tour, Jimmy?
Yes, it was great.
Wasn't it interesting? They said the one thing that really got to these guys was the fact that like sailboats and really nice boats would just kind of sail around.
And they got to watch it.
Having a good time, and you're sitting in this jail. That drove them nuts because they could see what they were missing. And then they said at night they could hear the yacht club.
They said especially on New Year's Eve because there was so much laugh. If the wind was blowing right, you could actually hear laughs. Because the
from
wind
the yacht club
and
stuff.
From San Francisco, and they said that was torture.
Yeah, it was torture to these guys because they were reminded all the time what they were missing. You could hear like loving couples having a nice night at the yacht club, and you're in your cold cell with the wind blowing right through your cell, and you were hearing the sounds of joy, I guess, and that drove them nuts.
Yeah, that would be uncomfortable. I got a bunch of pictures in Alcatraz. It was cool, man. The audio they show where Frank Morris's cell was. Who Eastwood played Escape from Alcatraz, and I went to the library.
Did they show like where he kind of got out of and the little vent?
You can see where it's all chipped out. You see where it's chipped out.
That's pretty cool.
And then from the side, when in Alcatraz, when they escaped, they went through these vents. They chipped through the vents, and they went into these areas in between the cells, and then climbed up to the top of the cell house. But they now have a glass partition where you can look and see down lengthwise the little area in between the cells.
Oh, wow.
The cells are back to back. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, totally. I've seen the movie.
It's very cool.
Alcatraz, man. I highly recommend that tour. Most tours when you're on like vacation suck.
Well, this is done by
Alcatraz
old guards.
one is great, huh?
It's done by guys who did time there, and it's because they're all very old men, and it's done by guys that were guards. So you're hearing people that actually lived on Alcatraz. It's really,
and you take a little ferry boat out there. It's really really cool, man.
Yeah.
That is a cool one. I hate all that tourist trap crap, but that one is a really cool one.
I had my picture taken on the steps where Clint Eastwood and English had a very spirited discussion. There's 2 reasons why you didn't sit on my step. So I had to have my photo taken there for anyone that remembers the film.
In the yard there.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
All right, we got to take a break. The phone's just lit with prison stories. We got guys that worked in prison. We got guys that went to prison. We got guys that are going to prison. They're all waiting to talk to us.